only on esportbf.com.
All right, guys, we are back once again. This is going to be our second match of the day. This is our winner bracket final, actually. ApeX versus fabE Games. See who's going to be able to take the win here. Move on into the grand final. Once again, guys, for those of you who are just joining us, this is the last and final cup here in the G4G series. And it is going to be the top 8 teams competing. We are watching the last 4 teams who have survived so far. This is going to be our winner's bracket match. Winner takes all. $1,000 euros will be up for grabs, as we are going to be heading into our first map, Giants Shadow. And we are going to be on board right now with Speed, who got a couple of shots in. A few players that were crossing there. Not too much damage whatsoever, but see if he's going to be able to stop any kind of push that may be happening here from Hotel. On the other side, we are looking over onto AIM. And it does look like ApeX will be able to take control of this B site right away. And they are going to be able to do just that. So, first couple of tickets will be on the board for them. Nice pickup there, taking down Mr. Speed. Also going to be able to pick up Zenith by Logs. So, really good start, actually, here from ApeX. If they can actually pick up the squad leader, that would be huge on the side of fabE, as it would prevent any kind of spawn-ins to come in. But we do see a big flank coming down. Who actually is that? That is going to be Miran. He is way around on this flank. I don't think this tank has a clue. He doesn't. He's actually so far away. He's leaving the out-of-bounds area. So if he can actually get this tank, that would be huge. They are giving up positioning there onto that B site. Come on, make a move here, man. I really want to see him take down this tank. We do see some infantry players that are going to be coming over here. Yeah, he's been spotted. And, oh, no, he is going to be able to come out on top. So Prime not able to do the deeds that he needed to. Cortec, he will be able to get that information that, hey, there's somebody back over there on the water side by the ridge. In the meantime, it does look like the infantry players. Oh, nice shots coming in once again from Miran, as he does take out one more on top of the wall. And they are going to be losing B. So fabE looking pretty good. A little shaky there at the very start, but seems like their plan is going to be working out at the moment. Zenith also going to be doing some damage there with the mortar support, pushing away Cortec, making sure he's not going to be able to support any infantry player coming in. And once again, Miran is just lighting him up. He's going to be able to pick up 3 kills from this position. Not a position that you would expect anybody really to be able to do any good from, but he has been able to do just that. AIM trying to poke on in, but he gets a tank shell right to the face. Cypher now going to be coming around for a flank of his own. We'll see if he's going to be able to pick off the tank, although the tank, I think, has gotten a little bit of a wind of what's going down. Yeah, Rowan sees him. We'll be able to put one shot over there just to let Cypher know, hey, man, I know where you're at. You're not fooling nobody. Miran did look like he was pushed out of this position on water side. And still going to be seeing that B site in the favor here of fabE. And Miran will be able to take down the tank with the help of Rowan. So fantastic job on him. No armor is going to be there for ApeX. ApeX in a little bit of trouble. One set already now in the bag. That mortar support is going to have to do a lot of damage here to this tank. So far, 4 of the shells have missed. He's going to go ahead and back on up. He should be okay there, though. Don't really see any infantry in a position to do much of anything at all. Multi will be able to take down Cortec. Cash Core is inside that B building. They will be able to get that completely neutralized. Oh, no! We do see 3 players now going down onto that B site. I believe the debris actually killed at least one of them there. But they will be able to get control of Bravo, which means that they are going to be able to get those tickets starting to flow back in, maybe even this up 1-to-1 sets. So pretty tight game so far. Something that you would definitely expect here for a winner's bracket. We should be having more and more shells now raining down in onto that B site. Let's go on board right here with Prime. Actually, Cortec is pushed up fairly aggressively for the tanker. He's going to be looking for maybe somebody out of place there in that position, but the tank should be able to take him down, and he does. Cashcore looking for some cross shots. He's not going to be able to spot anybody just yet, as we do see Cypher getting a couple of nades in onto Rowan. Won't be able to get the kill just yet, but he did push the tank out of position. He's got to watch it over here onto Ivy. This shot's coming in from Multi. Will cost him his life. As we do see Cypher now getting control of Ivy. We'll be able to cut off a lot of reinforcements that are going to try and come on in. And all of the players right now for fabE are looking a little bit disorganized, like they don't know what to do just yet. They were looking fantastic there at the very beginning of the match, but now all of a sudden, definitely going to be struggling here. We do have Mirren going to go ahead, get on top of the roofs, maybe spot out a few of these players going in for the flanks. He's not going to be able to see anybody just yet. His teammates are dying down below. And Cashcore is doing some work, as well as Cypher to be able to get a couple of kills. Prime is going to be set up back behind. And they are just milking this B flag for all of its points right now. Should be able to put in a second set on the board in just a few seconds. Ooh, Cashcore spots out one, getting right into his building, has to back on out. Will be able to make it for the time being. He's somehow still alive. Nobody's going to be pressuring him. So he's still going to be able to do a massive amount of damage if they're not careful. And so far, fabE is not being able to get anybody up on the board in terms of kills here. Lately, Mirren does end up dying. Can he pick up a second one? He can indeed do just that. Mr. Speed has absolutely none, as he will fall away. And Cashcore is really showing up here in this match. Should be able to get the revive right after this kill, and he will be able to do just that as he takes down a Multi. So Cashcore owning this side of the map pretty much single-handedly. And he's going to go back to his position and wait patiently for some more stats to put on his page. We'll see if Mr. Speed is going to be able to do any work. He is going to be coming back around. And he does spot the head, but just barely. That's not really a favorable fight that Speed wants to take, as he is showing a lot of his body there. The Cashcore is going to be running out of ammo. So that is going to be one concession, but doesn't even matter. Mr. Speed will be able to win in that second engagement. But what they really need to watch out for is the fact that the tank is now down. And we do have an aggressive Cypher now going to be pushing up. Mr. Speed will be able to take him down. We do see Cortec getting fairly aggressive over onto that water side with the tank. He's going to be getting some really good cross shots going down. AIM also going to be able to meet up with 2 or 3 of the enemy players. He just was not in a position to get any kind of kills. 3 sets to 1 though, as we do see ApeX slowly but surely gaining their lead. Remember guys, we are going to be having a halftime here, so it is going to be 7 sets in this first half. Oh my god, Rowan not able to get anything there. Tried to go for a knife, but just was not successful.
That ammo's got your name on it.
So right now, Deuce, what is it that we can see coming out from fabE in order to change this?
I mean, I would already say a couple kills. Right now they're really struggling on that department. And, you know, even when your mortar support is going 0 for 6 and your medic is going 3 for 8, that doesn't really help your push.
That is a very good point. Yeah, I mean, when your mortar support isn't getting any kills at all, it definitely is not looking good. Not saying he should be your fragging king, but definitely need to be getting more kills than that. We are going to be seeing another really good setup coming in from Cashcore and Cypher. They're going to be working this log side of the map very well. There's just no place right now for fabE to push up. Like, where is it that they actually go?
I think part of the issue right now is fabE is too spread out, so they're struggling because they're going these 2v1s. You know, even find and aim against Miran right there. It doesn't help them in any way.
Yeah, and we are going to be seeing CrashCore now having to back on out. Multi tried to do the damage, but just wasn't going to be enough there. You got to remember, CrashCore, he does have that medic kit, which means that he's going to be able to stay alive all the time. Keeping those meds nice and healthy, but we are going to be seeing a push coming up over the top of logs. It looks like his teammate was going to be able to take care of that. Trying to go for the hip fire, that's not going to happen. Multi will be able to come out with the kill. Aim is going to be setting all the way in the back, making sure his teammates can get those really good spawns going down. But 5-1 as we head into our last set of the half. It's looking like a very one-sided game here so far. Now the other tank is up. If we can see, maybe if they can go ahead and get control of this last set, is going to definitely help them out going into it 5-2. They will have the better side of the map in order to make this happen, but still, that is going to be a tall order. So far, they are going to have to deny 4 more tickets. And does look like the tank is disabled. Should be going down here just a second. There it is. 1 ticket left before we go into the half. And that is going to be that. So beautiful job right there from ApeX. Gotta love the way that they were playing there. I'm going to check out the scoreboard because I do want to see. So surprisingly enough, CrashCore is only 9-4. I thought for sure he was going to be up higher, maybe in the 14 or 15 range. But he definitely had an impact there on that game. He was catching those players out, especially on that flank over there towards logs, and constantly shutting down any kind of movement on that side of the map. And that's really critical. I mean, getting into those hotels, that is probably one of the best launching points for an attack onto that Bravo flag when you're trying to get a retake, is from hotels. And when you take that completely out of the picture, well, obviously it just makes it easier on the rest of the defending team because they know you're going to be coming down water side. And the tank that we did see coming in from Cortec was just lighting them up. He went 5-2 there, but able to push back so many of those players. So we'll see if they're going to be able to make a comeback on this second half. It's going to be very difficult, but definitely not out of possibility. As we said before, they are going to be having the slightly easier side of the map, and potentially the first cap onto that B flag as you do get there slightly faster. We'll see if that is going to be the case. So, Deuce, if you were the captain right now of fabE, what exactly would you be telling your teammates?
I mean, stick together to a certain extent and communicate, because there's clearly a kill problem, and that usually comes from both of those things. If you're getting 2v1, most of the time you're definitely spread out a little too much, and you're not communicating where those kills are coming from. So I think you need to stick together. You have the advantage on the side right now, so just talk it out. You can. It's still doable. They can still even this out going to the map too. So it's still possible, even versus a team like ApeX.
Yeah, we'll see if that is going to be the case. Does look like we have one big flanker coming in here right now from fabE, and that is going to be Multi. He's going to be joined there by Miran, which we did see some really good things there from the very start of the match. He's able to get at least 4 kills over there on water side. We'll see if he can do the same on logs. They are, as we said before, going to get that first touch onto that B site. A nice little flank going down. Miran will be able to spot out 1, spots out 2. Can't get the hip fire onto aim right there. That is definitely a shame. Aim coming out on top in that fight. That would have been massive, though. 2 kills right on the backside of B. That would have secured Bravo almost for sure. But Zenith, he is now going to be checking logs. Easy kill. We'll be able to take down any kind of contesting happening onto that Bravo site. So B site will be going in their favor. They do have 5 tickets already on the board. Now make it 6. So this first set in the second half should be theirs. It's definitely a good start. Now, we did see them really shaping up well in the first set in the last half. Let's see if they're going to be able to keep it up. Multi will be able to spot out 1. Flanking around wide on tree. And he spots out just ahead of Cypher, but can't quite connect with any of the shots. He does have his teammate, though. Really good job there of setting up a crossfire. It's almost like a bait of trying to get those players to kind of come on in, and they will be able to hold out onto that side of the map. Mr. Speed still going to be setting up inside B house. Really nothing going down onto that Bravo side just yet. Mirren is going to be spotted out, but he does get picked up before he can do any real damage. You do see Multi set up inside hotels. He's going to have a really good vantage point here on top of both of these players if they do decide to go ahead and push on out. We'll be able to spot out one. That's going to be AIM. And there he goes. We'll be able to get the first frag there. Setting up for the second one down below. Do apologize there, guys. Had to cough a few times. But we are going to be seeing Multi still going to be staying up and alive, still holding strong here on this side of the map, and they've been able to control this B site the entire time. So they're working on their third set for this map. Multi is just trying to find Cash Core. We'll be able to take him out. That is a huge pickup, getting rid of the med. He's not going to be able to be that thorn in the side that we've seen happen so many times. Zenith does get picked up. Mr. Speed is going to be looking for any kind of cross traffic. There is going to be a big push coming in on the water side right now. Mr. Speed could shut this down. He will be able to take down Cash. That is a big kill once again, taking out that medic. Nobody getting onto the touch onto that B site just yet. And, you know, this is funny, Deuce, because this is exactly the way that we were seeing fabE looking on that side of the map. They just didn't know where to push in or how to push in. And now we're seeing the same thing from ApeX.
Yeah, no, exactly. But that's what I was saying. The map is just so disadvantaged if you can play it right and position yourself right. Already these guys, if you see, well, Cypher, Cash Core, and AIM are a little bit close to each other, but yeah, they're still getting picked off, so it's rough.
But we do see Zenith able to pick up one from afar. Still able to keep these guys off of that Bravo site. In fact, I don't even think they've touched it once, to be honest with you. But definitely not looking good right now if you are an ApeX fan, as we are going to be on our way to a fourth set being put into the board. Multi will be able to spot out the support there for the other team, but not able to connect on the shots just yet. There it goes. It looks like Speed will be able to take down Prime. And look right here at Mirren. He's going to be up top. We'll be able to pick up one. Looking for AIM. He throws the limpet charge down. Should be able to get away from that, but he will slow down any kind of push happening on that left side. Unfortunately, wasn't able to stay alive for too much longer. That could have been massive there had he been able to get both of those kills. But Speed knows exactly what's going to be happening over onto that left side. They are going to be ready for it. Spotting at 1, 2, 3 players, so he knows the numbers that are going to be coming over here as well. Can't quite connect with the second shot, but he does take down AIM. You see the transition coming in right there. Multi is in a position maybe to back it up. Speed getting a couple of shots coming in from that mortar support that will kind of hamper any kind of damage they can do to the other side of this team. But Cortec is not in that great of a position. He's going to go ahead and take a couple of nade shots. At the same time, Mirren is getting a little bit of incendiary nade, as he is going to go onto a one-on-one back behind this log position. 4 sets to now 6. And Mirren will be able to come out on top, taking down Cypher. Big kill there onto logs. No way that they're going to be able to capture that flag just yet. It's going to take a lot more than just one man, as Cypher is going to go ahead and wait for any player to try and poke around the corner. He doesn't really have to worry about that just yet. Yeah, right now, I mean, frags are just going into the favor of fabE. Their positioning is looking fantastic. Mirren is going to be able to pick up Cash Core once again, who really hasn't had that great of a map here on the second half. You taking a look, he's 11 and 11, so he's only been able to get 2 kills this entire half. And now we are working on a potential 6th set for these guys. Granted, I mean, these guys they've been able to get a lot of these sets and string them together, but there's been almost no contesting on B itself. It's all been outside. Mirren is going to be able to throw down a limpet charge. Can he get anything with it? No, he cannot. He is going to get completely chased down. We do see Mr. Speed following it back up for a little bit of a flank, taking down Cypher. The call out has happened. Look, the 2 players are pulled back to deal with Mr. Speed here. And that was a really big potential for ApeX to get onto that B flag and cause some havoc, but no. They are dedicating so many players to try and clean up this flank, and that may have hurt them, as we do see Mr. Speed one by one starting to clean them up. Now we do have the squad leader setting up on top of that Bravo site, so that does give them that opportunity to get those spawns in directly on the flag. But we do have Mirren doing some work there onto Logs. He was able to take down one. Speed is going to be following it back up. He gets the flank. He will be able to take him down. He does go down himself, though. Tank right on the other side there. Zenith doing some work with the support kit. And Cortec is just in such a bad position there. He has to go ahead and back on up. And we are going to be seeing it tied up. 6-6 sets as Mir is coming around the corner. Can he pick it up? He does. Wiped out all of the offensive nature that was happening there onto Waterside. We are going to potentially be seeing a complete turnaround here in favor of fabE, which would just be massive. And Zenith will be able to take down Prime. Cortec, do you really want to push in right now? I guess he knows that the assault has already used all of his tools, so maybe he feels a little bit emboldened there, but still not the best place to be if you are a tank. And it does look like Mirren will end up going down. That might actually be to the detriment of Cortec, as soon as he gets back in, he is going to have all of those tools at his disposal. B site now starting to get flashed. We'll go on board right now with Cashcore, as he will be able to pick up at least one. He needs to get that revive. That is going to be critical, keeping his players up as much as possible. But 7-7 in terms of tickets. It's going to come down to kills right here. Mr. Speed will be able to win out on one. AIM is kind of set up in a position to hold on to this flag here onto Logs. 9-9. The next kill will decide this 7th set. Who is it going to be? It is going to be ApeX. ApeX able to pick it up. That is huge, as they are ahead. So we can potentially be seeing a tie going down. 7-7. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Cashcore is looking in here for it. Mirren, not going to be happening. The control is now into the favor right now of ApeX. They need to make sure that they're careful here on all of their deaths, but 2 of them go down. That's going to be Mirren able to get a really good 3 kills in a row. And they have jumped up 4-4 tickets. Rowan now jumping into that B site. And they have got to get onto Bravo as quickly as possible, or get some kills going down, unless ApeX wants to tie up this map. Cashcore with a really good headshot, long range. Able to pick up at least one, but now we do see fabE with control of that B site. They're going to start raking in those tickets. It's going to be on a timer right now. At the last second, though, AIM does get onto that B flag. We'll be able to neutralize any kind of scoring potential that it may have had. 8-6 tickets right here. Cashcore coming around the corner. Will he be able to find any of these kills? He is going to be able to get the hip fire. No, he doesn't end up going down. Cypher, though, picked it up. Can he get up a second one? He can. Takes down Mr. Speed. It is now 9-8 right here. And it is just right on the verge. Nobody that can die here for ApeX. They got to get this last kill, and they will. 9-9. It is coming down to the wire here, guys. Where else are we going to be at on the map? And that is going to be a 7-7 tie, as it came down to literally the last kill. What an insane match going down. Take a look at the scores right there. Mirren doing a fantastic job in that second half. 21-16. Multi going 17-7. On the other side of the board, pretty even stats, really, across it. Cashcore could have done a little bit better, as he was really struggling at the very beginning of that match, or that second half. Take a look at the sets. I just want to see. Oh my God. Yeah, they completely were shutting them out in that second half, not even getting kills. So pretty insane right there on both teams. Able to do some work. So, Deuce, why don't you go ahead and explain to the crowd exactly what's going to be happening now that we have gone ahead and tied on Giant Shadow?
Well, essentially, this map will only count point-wise. So essentially, both teams have the same amount of points. So now, whether either team can win two of the next maps, or if there's further ties, or each team wins one, then we'll go to a point total. So the next few points are going to be crucial for both teams.
All right, guys, so you heard him. Do apologize. I have got a catch in my throat or something. And hopefully it's not going to be persistent. But now moving on to our next map, which will be on Sinai Desert. All right, guys, I am back. Do apologize for that. Had to get a drink of water, try and quail this cough that I have going on. But we are going to be seeing both teams getting onto the flag. Nobody getting complete control of it just yet, although it does look like ApeX will be able, for the time being, winning out onto the burn. Looks like they're also going to be winning out onto Ridge as well, as fabE is going to be trying to do some work from their tank. Opposite of Ridge. As you can see there, we do have one player set up. That is actually going to be Prime, who's set up on the other side of the map, getting a couple of shots. We'll be able to take down Zenith, so good on him. That's going to be 4 players lighting up the kill feed for ApeX, and Prime is also going to be doing some work onto Rowan here. He will be able to pick up multi. And this is a huge deal. Armor is going to be dead. There it is. Cortec will be able to finish him off, and the first points are going to be on the board here for ApeX. Prime is still going to be back behind here. He has spotted out a couple of the players. And surprisingly enough, fabE isn't really doing much here to take him down here in the back. Mirren, I think, has spotted him. And right now, Prime doesn't really have the best weapon to actually go back and forth. But he's doing the best here. He's able to get a nice little shot off on the head. And he is taking a lot of Mirren's time, which is definitely what you want to do in that situation. He didn't get the kill, but he was able to distract him from doing anything else on the map. In the meantime, the kills were coming across the board. AIM was able to pick up 2. Cypher able to take down Zenith. So they are definitely looking good here in this hold. 7-0 tickets. And it does look like they are going to be able to pick off these players as they're coming in from spawn. Mortars are going to be trying to push back the tank here of ApeX. They will be able to do just that. Cortec has to make sure that he gets his repairs in. But again, we are seeing Prime doing a fantastic job of pushing in onto this flank. And they will be able to pick up one. See if he can pick up Mr. Speed here right on the other side of the rock. The communication is coming in, you can tell. He knows there is going to be somebody there. Mirren, though, at the same time, is going to be going ahead and pressing onto AIM. AIM will be able to take him down. And it does look like we are going into our next set. So 1-0 in favor right now of ApeX. As we will be seeing fabE fighting it out here for this B flag. Let's see if they can actually make something happen. see Prime on a very heavy flank right here. Don't know if he spotted out the tank just yet. Cashcore is going to be getting onto that flag burn very quickly to be able to spot out Mr. Speed, but no, Mr. Speed, just the slightly better positioning, will be able to take him down. Prime is still going to be over here on the flank. I don't think he's actually used his mortars just yet. B flag now going into the favor of fabE. And that initial capture onto the flag is a big deal here, guys. Ooh, Cypher missing out on some very crucial shots right there. Kind of needs to tighten up some of those shots. That is not what you want to be seeing here from your AT Assault. Does eventually go down. That is a huge kill coming in from fabE. That means that they're going to be able to keep this aggressive stance onto that B site. But they need to be careful of this flank. Cashcore is going to be... Oh, no. Cashcore is getting shot from afar. He gets picked up by Mr. Speed, who is... he wasn't too happy about me saying some bad stuff about him being a medic over there. But I'm going to go ahead and make up for it here. They will be able to finish up the capture once again onto this B site, cleaning up everybody. They are on board here. 4 tickets to 0. See if they can tie up these sets. 1-1. And Mirren is going to be on the hunt. You can hear him right now. In his headset, will be able to take down AIM. And he spots out Cortec as well. Cortec, though, goes down. Doesn't even need the help there. That was going to be Rowan finishing him off. They are looking like a completely different team here in this second set. We are 6-0 at the moment. Mr. Speed pushing up extremely aggressive here as well over on the right-hand side of the map. There is a guy right up above him. I don't know if he actually knows that or not, but as soon as he does shoot his gun, he might actually go in for the kill. There he goes. He will be hearing the shots coming in. His teammates have finished him off, and they are just pushing him all the way back. I have no idea what Cashcore was thinking there, if he was trying to go in for some kind of crazy kill, or maybe he was going in for the revive and didn't realize there's a guy sitting on top of him. But that is definitely going to be a huge blunder. And now Mr. Speed is just racking in the kills, taking down AIM as well.
We are losing objective butter.
He is being a force to be reckoned with on this side and will be able to secure themselves a set on the board. 1-1 tied up, now going into C site. So once again, we have talked about how strong that ridge play can be. We've also talked about how tanks can utilize the bottom side of C. See what these teams elect to do. Some nice shots coming in from Cortec, though. Already getting some splash then onto the infantry players, but the infantry far outnumbers right now anything that fabE is going to be able to throw at them. ApeX looking to get this cap very early on. Cashcore making his way out towards the left-hand side of this flank. Mr. Speed, once again, he's going to be on par. We'll be able to take him down. 3 health was left, but able to get the kill. And now it does look like he might be able to clean up the rest of these players. He's looking, but the tank has spotted him out, has gone ahead and got some splash damage in, and will be able to take him down. So fabE not able to get the cap on it just yet. Rowan still up top. See if we can get some splash damage there onto those players. Multi coming after come all the way back from spawn. Not really the best place for your squad leader to be at. You need him to stay alive, get those spawns coming in, but he is going to be making his way onto the point as we do see Mr. Speed once again getting into that high ground position. We'll see if he can actually take anybody down. He has to spot him. He had to have spotted him, but he doesn't. And he has to go ahead and back on up. That would have been just a free kill there. Had he spotted him just a second earlier. But he does have to go ahead and get down, getting shots from everywhere. So Mr. Speed now looking for that kill once again onto Prime. See if he pokes out. Oh, the timing right there is so bad. Had Mr. Speed held that corner, he probably would have been able to take down Prime. But we do see AIM playing extremely smart here, just holding these angles. Using the bipod. Able to get some really good shots in onto Mr. Speed. Still, nobody able to get onto the flag. It's do or die time right now, guys. If it's a tick over, it's going to be one set away. Nice pickup there. We'll be able to take down Cortec, but it's 9 tickets to 0. If they're going to make it happen, it's got to be right here, right now. Revives are going to be coming in. That's going to be crucial with Multi able to get those squad beacons down, keeping his team in the fight as much as possible. They are winning for now on the fight. Let's see if they can continue here. Prime doesn't have going down. Rowan coming all the way back around. We'll see if the tank decides to keep his position here onto that C site. Maybe play that lower C's position that we were talking about before. It does look like that is going to be the case. He has some pretty good angles that he can actually pop off there. The opponent's tank is going to be up and around, but this is going to be a very long hold right now. And as you can see, some pretty good shots coming in right there for the support kit. Rowan is going to have to back up just a bit here, but he should be okay. Mirren, though, in a potential huge swing in terms of kills. He could actually get this support kit. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make anything happen there. Smokes are going to be out. He just needs to stall this push as much as possible. Remember, time literally is on their side for ApeX, as they have a lot to work with here, guys. They have a lot to work with. Mr. Speed, though, see if he can pick up the squad leader. Will be able to take down one. Can't get the second one. That is going to be Cash Core. Able to get the revives, able to keep the players alive here. They are winning out on the burn for just a few seconds. The players are slowly but surely starting to die for their team. But we have seen Cash Core do some amazing plays. See if he's going to be able to do just that. He does have to go ahead and back on up. The tank is now going to be coming on in. Cash Core has spotted a player back behind. Still, players are going to be outnumbering here onto that C flag. fabE looking pretty good. 8 to 9 at the moment. They are winning out. They should be able to score one more ticket here. If they can get Cypher or AIM, it's going to be huge. No, it has been neutralized. So no 9 tickets here coming up on the board. Cypher is going to be coming around the top. We'll be able to find one. Rowan also goes down. Multi is trying to stay alive, but that's a clean wipe, and they will be able to get the capture on C. That is going to be a very close set. Almost a comeback for fabE, but not going to be the case. No, we are going to go 2-1 in favor of ApeX. So we are going to be swapping sides. We'll be playing all 3 points over again. ApeX with that 2-1 advantage. Got to be feeling pretty good about that. fabE so close there, but ultimately couldn't get the job done. You can look right there. Multi actually only 1-6 this game so far. Very surprising. I thought he was doing a little bit better than that, but struggling, it looks like, to get anything going his way. We do see Mr. Speed 11-7 really showing off there into the B site. Doing a fantastic job. On the other side of the map, we do see AIM 15-6. Doing a fantastic job with that Ray leader. Keeping his players in where they need to be at and getting those kills. Played the angles really well against Mr. Speed there onto that C side as well. Love the way that he was backing up, laying down, using the bipod to his advantage. All right. So out of those exchanges, who do you have taken this alpha point?
Well, I would say Apex. I think they're showing even at the end they're a little bit more coordinated. And I think on this side, if they can place themselves well on the hill over there, and they could have the advantage.
All right, well, we'll see if that's going to be the case. Does look like we have Prime going in for another flank. Mr. Speed maybe going to be setting up to try and catch him out of position. Actually, Mr. Speed doesn't even have a clue that he's over here. Zenith will end up going or taking down AIM right away with that mortar support. And I want to see if Prime knows. Yep, he can spot him out. Nice pickup there onto Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed, you got to know there's going to be a guy coming in on the flank. That is a very popular position to get into. And now Prime is going to be going in for that mortar strikes coming in. Zenith, he does have to go ahead and back on up. That is not going to be a good spot for him. Rowan trying to do some work in his tank. Looks like he was trying to get some long-range shots there onto Prime, but he's kind of too covered up in order to make anything happen. Cypher spotting out 3 of those players. He's going to go onto the flank himself, but guess what? Rowan is definitely going to be watching there. We'll be able to take him out. So nothing in their favor whatsoever. Cashcore going to be switching to the Mondragon here. A little bit better on those longer sightlines. A little bit more powerful. See if that's going to be in his favor. So far, it does look like the flag not able to get neutralized here. Still, wins are going to be going into the favor of fabE as they're slowly but surely racking up those points. This is a flag that they did initially lose. I'm sure that they are going to be doing great if they can capitalize on this. Zenith almost able to take down Cashcore, very low on health, but eventually having the back on out. We do see a big flank coming in. Prime is going to be looking in for Multi. Multi trying to stay alive as much as possible. He has managed to pick up at least one of those kills. Does he throw down another spawn beacon, maybe try and get a couple of his players back in? Doesn't even need it right there as he does pick up Prime. But Cypher now spawning back in. Cypher deciding to go ahead and back out. Want to make sure that they get the cap on the flag. Ridge control still in the favor of fabE, so they do have that high ground. Well, they did have the high ground, as I believe that was Cashcore able to take him down using that long range ability of the Mondragon. No armor on the board whatsoever, but we should be seeing fabE's, or I'm sorry, not fabE, but ApeX is coming up slightly faster, about 10-15 seconds. Oh, Cortec coming around for a flank. It's going to be Rowan and Cortec going at it. Both of the tankers are going to try and be fighting this thing out. And Rowan is so close to getting the kill. Yes, he will be able to take down Cortec. But really, in this position, all he can really do is spot out players. I mean, even with the secondary, which is damn good. It does have a pretty good tail off. His teammates are going to be coming around to the backside. It will be up to Cashcore, AIM, and Prime to try and make something happen here. Rowan will be able to come around the corner once again versus Cortec. And he is going to get shut down. Multi able to pick up one, but he's very low on health. Nice push coming in right now from ApeX to clear out this entire alpha flag. It's 3 tickets to 4. So far, a very low scoring set. They are just vying for position at the moment. ApeX perfectly happily to sit back on this as they do own the cap. They're going to go ahead and get 1 ticket up above right now, fabE. We are going to be seeing Cashcore just trying to find anybody at all that he can poke in with this medic weapon. But both teams really just at a stalemate. So we'll see if fabE's going to be making their move here pretty soon. Nice headshots coming down. Mr. Speed not able to compete with that Mondragon. And now Cashcore can hear the footsteps all around him. Just looking at where they're going to be coming in. Here's the push that's going to be coming out. Spots out too. too many players to shoot at will end up going down. So Cypher now making his way onto that alpha point, but they are losing it in terms of bodies on the flag. The cap will go into the favor right now of fabE, who is down quite a few in tickets. The tanks are going to be taking their position up on top of Ridge. That is definitely where fabE wants to be able to set Rowan up. Rowan doing a great job of getting some splash damage down on these players. He knows he may not be able to get the kill, but he is going to be able to stall this out quite a bit. Now the mortars are going to be coming in, so he needs to be careful. I would imagine that we should be seeing the tank here from ApeX possibly going in for a push soon. Doesn't look like that's the case just yet. Alpha still in the possession right now of fabE, 7 and 8. Still the tickets in the favor of ApeX, but not by much. And it does look like Zenith pushing away that tank all the way in the back. That's an awkward position for these guys to be in. They know they got to get out of the flag here very, very soon. Just about to be 9 and 8. As fabE will be able to take over the lead here in just a few seconds. Mr. Speed pushed up very aggressively. We'll be able to cut off a lot of these reinforcements.
They need one more guy. No, wow.
That is going to be set number 4 going down. So we are going to be having fabE even it back up. So fantastic job on them. Looking pretty good there. Was a little bit shaky, but once they got their tank back, they were able to make a really good push onto that point. Cleared out the infantry players. Had a very good defensive hold as well. We'll see if they're going to be able to do the same here onto this Bravo site. Now, we did see fabE have a fantastic hold here on Bravo. During the first half of this match, we'll see if that's going to be the same thing again. We do have Prime going in for those mortar kills, potentially. We will be able to push out one player that was going in for the cap. Multi's going to go ahead and take that position, but it is going to be completely canceled out by Cash Core. So nobody getting onto the points just yet. Cypher, though, is going to be making a big play. Picks up Mirren over onto the flank. But he's so weak on health, he really can't do anything from that position. Prime will be able to take down Multi. Little by little, they are whittling down these players onto the B site. Should be able to start getting that burn in their favor, but that was what looked like debris, but no. I don't know what that was actually that killed Prime there in that spot. Cash Core, let's see if he's going to be back up and able to do anything at all. With that medic kit, really nothing that you can do against the tank, but putting over onto the burn, exactly what you need to do. But Mirren takes him down with a headshot. That was fantastic on his part. And he's going to be looking at aim as well. Could not spot out the shoulder. We'll end up going down. ApeX now getting control of that Bravo point.
We have taken objective Butter.
So we'll see if ApeX is going to be pushing up as aggressively as we saw fabE doing in that previous set onto B. They're able to take a lot of those players out as they were coming into spawn, but oh, Mr. Speed will be able to spot him out. That is a very quick kill. Now they are going to get immediately onto the burn for the flag. Mr. Speed possibly looking around for some flanking. And he is going to be able to potentially spot out these players coming in from spawn, so I do like the positioning from him. They just have to make sure that they get the rest of their players onto the flag because, again, nobody is really burning this site down. And they got to get the burn in order to get the points. Mirren will be able to pick up one onto that flank. Is Mr. Speed still alive? He is, but he is taking some damage. He's had to slightly move his positioning out. And AIM will be able to take him down with that hip fire. Just a little bit too good there in that close quarters. So what was a really good push on there was kind of wasted. I mean, I get what I get what Mr. Speed was doing there, and I like that play, but with nobody to follow up the burn onto that B site, it was kind of all for naught. And now we're going to be seeing a couple more sets potentially on the board here for ApeX. So really good mortars are going to be going down, pushing away that tank. Rowan is getting a little bit aggressive. Mr. Speed now up on top. Multi, though, will end up getting taken down. Speed spotting out one. Does he go for the revive here? Does he try and get the kill first? Assist will come in. So good communication there for his team. And now, this is the time that you can really utilize this position. Mr. Speed is going to be up top. They are going to be able to get this burn in their favor. And we should be seeing at least 1 or 2 kills going in here for Mr. Speed. Lots of smokes are going to be out. We need to make sure that they can cover as much of this attack as possible. ApeX, definitely not in a good position. We've seen how bad that fabE can push back the other team on this particular flag. Mr. Speed is going to get pushed. 2 players are going to be down below him. And he really needs to go ahead and listen on his headset. As he does hear the popping of the spawn beacon, we'll be able to pick up one. Looks for the second one here. And that's going to be one coming out of the spawn. His teammate is going to get taken down. Yes, no. CashCore does pick him up, but he ends up getting CashCore in return with the revives. That is a big play right there. Once again, securing themselves this flag is going to be 3-4 as they take the lead in this set. Mr. Speed is going to be able to do so much damage from this position here. He is getting pushed once again, but he just narrowly is escaping death for the time being. They are looking for him. They need to get him down. And AIM spotting out just the edge of him will be able to get some pre-fire going down. We do see Mirren get some long-range shots. Rowan is still going to be back up in his tank, but he's getting pushed from the opponent's tank as well. I don't know if he realizes where he's at. No, he doesn't. So that's going to be a free shot coming into the tank. Possibly a second one it is. And he is getting very low on health, about half health at the moment.
We are losing objective butter.
Cortec is going to go ahead, get out of his tank, and start repairing, which will give him advantage in this tank-to-tank fight if Rowan is not careful. Cypher is trying to come around. At the same time, CashCore is doing some work onto the flag. Oh, he gets taken out by a limpet charge, actually. And yeah, Rowan has to back on up. He will be able to survive versus the assault there for just a few seconds. But no, it looks like the incendiary will push him back. Now, Mirren is in a really good position if he has the nades in order to take down Cortec. He may not actually have the ammo here in order to make this happen, but they have done exactly what they needed to do. Look at the score. It is 9-3 at this moment. It is looking like fabE will be able to take this set. The tank does end up going down. Cortec. So that is going to be a huge plus right here for fabE in order to close this out. We do have 2 players still up and alive next to that burning tank. So far, it is only going to be Prime up and alive onto this point. He is the only player who is stalling out this push, but he is quickly going to get taken care of. Yeah, he's getting shot from behind. Will end up going down. Where are the rest of his players? They're getting shot from spawn. So once again, Mr. Speed is doing exactly what he needs to do there in that position. Taking care of those players, trying to get in onto the flag. Not going to be the case. And now we move on to our last and final set before we potentially go into overtime. So if we do see ApeX being able to even this up, we will go into a B site overtime. One side will get an opportunity to play from each end of the map. And then again, if we go to another tiebreaker, we are going to be basing this off of points. So we will go ahead and move on to Amains. And, oh crap, what is this? Deuce, are you still in the server?
Yeah, I'm still in.
I have... What? Alright guys, so apparently my game crashed. That is the first that I've ever seen on PlayStation. right. Well, hopefully I can get back into the server and we can check out what's going to be happening there in that potentially last set.
Yeah, this is unfortunate timing, but I can tell you guys that right now, ApeX has a point. They're leading 3 tickets to 0.
All right, so I have some like crazy issues happening here on this particular. I have no idea. PlayStation is not liking me here, guys. I do apologize. Trying to get the application up and running, but it is just completely locked up.
We believe in you, Brett. To keep everyone updated, 5-2 ticket-wise for ApeX, but fabE does have the flag right now with the tank and 2 of their infantry on the flag. All right, guys, it is currently tied up in tickets, 5-5 for both teams, and we have a push from ApeX coming in. So I'll keep you guys posted. Sorry for the delay.
All right, I am loading back into the server, so hopefully we'll be able to get things going fairly soon. Do apologize for that, guys, but it's honestly the first time that I've ever seen the PlayStation lock up like that. That's a new one on me. How are we looking, Deuce?
It's currently 8-5 for fabE, and ApeX is taking the flag back. So, right, yeah, they have all 5 players on the flag. Rowan, when the tank is flanking, but it looks like he is going to get almost taken out, but he isn't. Yeah, there's a big push right now, and it's 8-6. So if ApeX can hold this push from fabE, they could very well come back into this. It is currently a 4v4 on C flag, so 8-8 ticket wise, so this could go in any way. But fabE does have the tank, so this is a little bit of an advantage right here. Oh, they managed to neutralize the flag right before it went to the 9th ticket. But the tank is back up for ApeX, and the tank is down for fabE. So this has changed very quickly. However, all the infantry from ApeX is wiped, so they need to spawn fast and come back into this. And the tank hopefully has to get a couple of kills because it can be over very fast before they can come back into this. And fabE wins this. So
Oh
4-2.
my god. Right as soon as I get into the match, fabE wins it. Literally load in and it says end of round. So fantastic stuff there. Yeah, I apologize for that, guys. That was totally on PlayStation. So blame them. But take a look at the scores right here. It does look like 25 and 10 there for Wowen as the battle mechanic. Now that's pretty damn good for battle mechanic, to be honest with you. I mean, usually in these type of maps, we don't see that type of kill going down for the tankers. But gotta love it. Mr. Speed going 29 and 18. Now that man was definitely doing some work, especially on that B flag. So props to him. 33 and 23 there for Mirren. So they were definitely throwing down the frags in that match. Now, again, we said frags don't really win you on this particular map, but they do make one hell of a difference. So, you know, hey, you know, the best fragging team can have as much of an impact as one that doesn't, obviously. And that is what we saw there in that last round. AIM is going 28 and 19 there on the other side as a raid leader. That's pretty damn good. But I don't know. I feel like especially on this map, if your raid leader is topping the scoreboard in terms of kills, that's probably not too good. You really want to see your Trench Surgeon and AT Assaults getting a lot more kills just because of that long range style of gameplay that you're playing. But overall, looking like pretty good for those two teams. Sorry we didn't get to see that last and final point. But 2-4 going into our last and final map, which will be on Amains. Should be a pretty good one. All right, guys, we are back for our third and final map here. If you guys were missing, we did have ApeX winning out, or I'm sorry, nobody winning out in the first map. It did go to a 7-7 draw. Very, very close map. Very, very fun map. I hope you guys do check it out on YouTube once it is posted up. Second map did come in. fabE looked fantastic towards the later half of the points. They were able to take it 2-4. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see the last one because PlayStation did kind of goof up on us. But we are back, and we are hopefully going to be able to see some awesome matches here on Amains. Now, we are going to be seeing fabE once again on the defending side here first. They are going to be on the Axis side. Ally side will be here for ApeX. We did see a pretty interesting match here previously on this particular map. Deuce, what are you expecting coming out of these two teams on this map?
Well, I think fabE is going to have a little bit of an advantage here defending first. I think they're a good team when it comes to positioning and getting kills from, like, you know, fixed points. It's up to ApeX now to show you know, why they've been one of the top two teams leading up to this. And ultimately, right now, ApeX has to win this map, and either by a 3-1 score or 2-0 score to even it out.
Basically, they have to win it by 2.
Yeah, correct.
All right, so
if they want to even it out, if they 3-0, obviously they win the whole thing, and we don't have to go into an extra map.
So they have to win by 2 in order to tie it up, or win it outright 3-0 in order to take this match. So it's definitely going to be on their shoulders in order to make this happen. fabE, though, is not going to be able to make that easy, as they are going to be picking up, looks like, all of the players there back behind that initial alpha house. Does look like the tank is going to go ahead and back on up. Multi and Speed doing some fantastic work there, able to pick up most of those players. Speed, though, is playing very aggressive. What do you think about this play right here from Speed?
I think he just wants to make kind of a statement early on, maybe kind of demoralize them and get them a little bit mad. So it kind of worked, but it's kind of risky because there you go. If you do get wiped, then if they push right away, then they'll be an advantage. But I think right now they're just being so slow with it that it's not going to matter what Speed just did.
Now we do have
enough time to come back.
Oh man, Cypher was able to take down Mirren. Unfortunately, the fence was blocking his shots. But yeah, I agree with you there. It is definitely dangerous, but it's one of those high risk, high reward type things. You know, had he been able to pick up at least 1, maybe even 2 of those kills, then you're looking at potentially being able to stall out for another, you know, I don't know, 45 seconds or so push. But it does look like Multi will be able to spot out one. He does end up getting taken down. I don't know where he was actually taken down from. But look at the tank now getting very, very aggressive. Does look like Speed will get taken down as well. Prime staying up and alive in a very interesting spot. He had to have been spotted out. They know he's back here. There he goes. He is going to get taken out finally. So once again, another good defense coming in here from fabE. we are going to be seeing Mir getting all the way in the top part of the building here. So he has a pretty good vantage point from this position. He is going to be able to, at the very least, spot any kind of push that could potentially come in. He's also going to be able to have some pretty good damage onto the tank if the tank decides to get aggressive. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do exactly that. He is going to get the call out from his teammates that they are potentially making a push. We'll be able to spot out one. And they are definitely gearing up for a big, heavy push over here for ApeX. As this, everybody's pretty much been spotted. Mirren is giving them excellent information. Oh, he's going to be able to get some long-range shots there onto the support as well. So that is a huge deal. Means that his tank will be safe. It does mean that his infantry players can stay in kind of those little hard points of cover. And he's going to be able to pick up Cypher. Mirren doing a fantastic job of stalling out any kind of potential push that might actually be coming in here. He's taken away a lot of starting positions that you normally do see to launch off any kind of play. Yeah, he's going to spot out the support as well, so he knows exactly what's up. As you do see the engineer doing a little bit of a T-pose there. And once again, he will be able to take down Prime. Mirren is doing a fantastic job from this position. And you know, I don't know if ApeX realizes where he's at. There he goes. They finally do take him down. Okay, so that definitely took long enough, but ApeX was finally able to find him, pick him out of that position, and now we are going to be seeing, what is that going down? There's some weird stuff happening in Incursions here today, guys. I got some kind of red line moving around the map. Oh, this is trippy. Okay, Cypher is going to be pushed back. He's not really going to be able to do much of anything at all here. Let's see what the guys over here on fabE are set up, where they're at. Mr. Speed is also going to be set up in the top part of the building, as Multi will be able to spot out one through doors. There are two players onto that alpha point. Let's see if they're going to be going
20 attackers
in their favorite. Note, does look like Roan will be able to pick up one. Roan does spot out a second one as well. Over by train tracks, can he get the shots at him? He cannot. It's going to be up to Multi in order to finish that kill. And this is pretty chaotic right here, as really this building is getting completely demolished. The tank is trying to do all that he can, but really with no backup from his infantry players, he kind of just gets some splash damage, maybe try and get a couple of kills that way, but infantry really needs to start cleaning this up. We do see Multi trying to get a couple of spawn beacons down, as we are going to be seeing these players slowly but surely winning out. Cash Core takes a lot of damage there as he comes around the corner. Multi will be able to pick him up. That is a big deal. Once again, we are going to be seeing the medic going down, getting completely taken out of action. Cortec too far back to really do anything at all. Are you seeing this red line, Deuce?
I don't have it, but I saw it on your screen. It's pretty weird. This is...
I'm sorry, guys. I normally don't do this, but the support, his body is stretched all the way up in the air. That is some trippy stuff right there. Okay, back to the game, guys. I am sorry. We do see Mr. Speed going around for a bit of a flank. Again, this is high risk, high reward type stuff. He has managed to pull back at least one player. Oh, they jump over each other. And yeah, Prime will be able to win that gunfight. He has the superior hip fire in that instance. But the tank is down. I do want to mention right now for fabE. That does open up a potential chance. But take a look at the time right there. 55 seconds in order to make this happen. That is not a lot of time on the board in order to make it happen. They do have 12 lives left, so they do have plenty of time there in that regard. So we'll see if they're going to be able to make it happen. They will be able to get the neutralize here, start getting it back into their favor. So that is definitely good, and I don't think anybody is really going to be able to jump on it. So at the last second, they made it happen. We'll be able to take Sector 1. So this is the start here, Deuce. Now, in this particular position right here, you're down quite a few points. You need to make sure that you're at least going to be able to score 2. but you only have 15 tickets left in order to make this play. Do you stay together as a group? Do you try and split up? How do you play
Yes.
this out?
To get the revives, and your tanks to be a little bit more aggressive. Kortek has been playing way too passive up to this point. I mean, if you remember when we cast, I think it was VT, because I remember who they ended up getting like killed 10 times, but they got revives every time, so they were still at 15 tickets. So
Yeah.
those revives are going to be important. People need to hold on, to those deaths.
Absolutely. Well, right now, we are going to be seeing Cypher taking a couple of shots. He's going to be pinned down in a very bad position. Prime is going to go ahead and push up the main street here. Oh, we're going to be seeing a fight happening right above, as I believe that is going to be Zenith, who decides to go ahead and back on up. See if he uses this head glitch position. Nope, he's decided to go ahead and just join up as his tank. He's not looking for a fight right there. Multi does end up getting picked up. So where is the best place to actually push this point here, Deuce?
I mean, I would say just smoke up that alley right there since you're at it. I mean, it's not a bad spot to push. But you have to go for it if you're being too hesitant here.
I tend to agree with you here, but does Kortek try and push this corner? Rowan is at full health on the tank. He is in a pretty decent position. You do have the field gun as well to kind of help out with the tank itself. That is something, this is one of the reasons why this is one of the hardest points to push if you are an attacker. Definitely does favor out on those defenders. Now, I do think that fabE is looking pretty decent here. They have all of their players set up in a position where they can get some pretty good cross shots going down if they have to. Cash Core's trying to pop out, maybe get a couple of shots. Ooh, but Mirror needs to be careful not to line up. That could have been a really nasty double. But he is going to be able to survive. Rowan taking a bit of damage as well from those mortars. But Kortek, he's decided, you know what, this is the time. This is the moment that we got to make it happen. He's looking in for the tank. Oh, first shots are going to be coming in. He does take down the tank. Does he get taken down himself? The mortars are going to be out. He's running for his life right now. This is going to be a critical point in this match, and it does look like he is going to be able to stay alive. Taking a look right now, infantry players are trying to pour on in. Speed is going to be in a perfect position in order to cut this off. He can't quite connect with Cypher, and he finally does end up taking him down, but he is spotted out. They know exactly where he's at. It does look like his teammates will be able to finish it off. Multi and Mirren both going to be getting kills. Look at the cross shots that they set up. I love it. Mirren setting on the other side in the Rebel building, as well as Mr. Speed. They were able to get a beautiful cross shot into the smoke, and because there was so much smoke there, it was hard for ApeX to actually find where the hell fabE was going to be set up at. They were able to take down those infantry players very, very easily, and now we are going to be seeing 9 tickets left with 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the board. So where, oh where, will ApeX push in from? Cortex already trying to scratch his head to figure out how exactly he's going to make this happen. We do see Rowan back up in a good position here to defend this. See if he's going to be able to get this first shot in on the tank. Actually, nobody connecting in with those shots just yet. Both teams just trying to figure out where exactly they want to go. You know, right now, Deuce, like ApeX, they got to make a move.
Yeah, it's now or never, and they consider they only have 3 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock as well, so they need to have a sense of urgency right now.
Right now, we do see Mirren in a very good position. There's that cross shot that we were talking about. That's going to be 2 kills. No! CashCore somehow able to get the turnaround. We'll be able to take him out. Mr. Speed, though, he's there for the save. Can he get the revive? He does, but he needs to go ahead and get the rest of these kills. They're going to be giving chase right now. There is Kortek going down. 2 players still going to be left up and alive on top of this alpha flag. They're hiding in the smoke. They're trying to be found out. Can he pick up this medic? CashCore does end up going down, and that right there will be the squad wipe coming in. Huge hold once again on this flag, but I have to think that was just a little bit too slow on the push. You know, it felt like they allowed those players to kind of get back into position in order to set up for that push once those smokes were down. So 4 tickets left. This is literally the last push that they can make. They do have their armor, and about 3 minutes left on the board. So there's still an opportunity, still a chance. Remember, guys, they have to get at least 2 wins on the board in order to at least secure themselves a tie. 3 in order to potentially secure themselves a win here. And, of course, hold off on the defensive push. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Cortec deciding he is going to go now, right here. Prime making his way inside the rubble buildings. So is AIM. Mirren, though, able to get some really nice shots in onto the tank. He does end up going down. We'll see if Zenith is going to be able to make anything happen. He's going to go ahead and back up with the tank. Mr. Speed not in a position really to do anything at all. Rowan trying to get some splash damage down. He is disabled completely, but he's going to be taken out of the fight. Zenith is still going to be up and alive. They haven't been able to get this flag completely down yet, and somehow Zenith is still going. He's able to pick up at least one more kill. Cypher does end up taking him down. Mr. Speed, has he joined the fight yet? No, he hasn't. Mirren is on to the point. They have stalled out any kind of cap, and they are going to be able to finish it off. That was a beautiful job holding it down, defending, and we are going to be seeing only 1 point on the board there, as fabE will be able to hold this at the last second.
Yeah, so essentially fabE have won point-wise. So
no matter what we see coming out right here from ApeX, fabE will be your victors. Heading on into the losers bracket finals, they're going to be facing off against Existence, who, interestingly enough, I think they won at least 2, maybe 3 of the cups to qualify to get in here. And then ended up losing in the first round and had to work their way all the way up through the losers bracket in order to get to where they are right now. So that's one hell of a fight to have to make. But we'll see if they're going to be able to make anything happen versus fabE here. But
I think the biggest story here is that fabE didn't actually qualify for this event. They were, I believe, 10th in the rankings, and they ended up being put in because Froggies couldn't play. Prototype, which would have been next in line, went inactive, and then it happened to be them. So it's incredible how like one team can change so much for everyone else.
Oh, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. It is very impressive to see a team like that, because it's like you said, nobody really expected anything. They didn't really qualify. They were actually 2 spots back, and yet they come in on another team just not being able to make it, and all of a sudden, boom, they're potentially going to be able to make it into the grand finals for the chance at €1,000. All right, so now we are just playing for pride here, guys, as ApeX. Let's see if they can actually hold this down. We will be seeing Cypher getting very, very aggressive. Going to be looking for anybody pushing through, maybe catch them off guard. I like that positioning. Prime will be setting up on top of the point. Court looking for anybody kind of pushing on out towards that main street. We'll be able to find one. What's really going to be interesting is to see if maybe they decide to get a little bit aggressive there. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Cypher will be able to find one as well, but he is going to be getting spotted out by the tank. Will end up going down. He's done the damage that he needed to, so he doesn't really have to worry so much. He did get the information as to where the tank was actually going to be at, and we will be seeing some mortars going down very, very shortly. Here's the push from fabE. At the moment, they are going to be able to get inside that building. Mirren looking pretty good, as he will be able to pick up one. Speed also going to be setting up down below. do see some really good things coming in from this guy right here. And they are just looking in for this last couple of players that are going to be set up running. Trains will be able to pick up that last one. So Zenith will be down below as well. He ends up getting taken down from Cypher. And I believe everybody had been taken down. So yeah, Rowan's going to go ahead and back on up. That was going to be a failed attempt number 1. 24 tickets left, 6 minutes left on the board. See if they can get a little bit creative here in their push. See if they're going to go around for maybe a flank, maybe try something on the other side of the map. We do see Mr. Speed here looking to do just that. It has been spotted out. Cash Core gonna go ahead and back on up, let his team know exactly what's gonna be going down. They should be getting set up for this. Nice pick up there onto Mr. Speed. Cash Core just very, very patiently waiting. We do see Prime potentially going to be backing on up. But the entire team right now is going to go ahead and try and make this push happen on the opposite side of the map. We don't really see this push happen very often. A little bit more dangerous. You do have to contend with that field gun. It's a little bit more open as well, although Cash Core does end up getting picked up by Mr. Speed. We do see Mirror now getting taken out as well. Cypher is still looking for any kind of random players who are going to be coming back behind. We do have 2 players setting up on top of that alpha point. Right here would be a really good time to start throwing down those smokes. Get as much concealment as possible. That is the majority of the team now pushing on in to these side buildings. More spawn beacons are going to be going down. Mr. Speed, very low on health. He is going to be going back and forth with Prime. His teammate will be able to get the pinch. Nice pick up there. fabE slowly but surely making their way back in. It does look like, though, both of the squads now, or I'm sorry, players in the backside will be going down. Cortec will finally be getting picked up as well. Nice job there from Mr. Speed getting those revives as quickly as possible. But they got to get onto that A flag here soon. They got to make sure that they can get onto the actual burn, as it does look like a few of them are starting to get picked off little by little. Rowan trying to make his way onto the flag cap itself. Can't really happen, but Multi is still going to be up and alive. Will be allowed to get those spawn beacons down as much as possible, get his teammates in. But unfortunately, just cannot win against that medic from the other side. Cortec able to take down Mr. Speed. As we do see both of these teams gearing up for the next push, which is going to happen. I like what Cypher is doing here. Taking down some of these walls, just give him a little bit of better positioning. Little hidey hole once he does go in for these fights. Of course, with all the destruction going down, you know, it does take a lot of that cover and concealment out. So you gotta make some of your own sometimes. And I think right now we are just seeing fabE waiting in for their tank to come on in. They do have plenty of time. They don't need to be wasting tickets needlessly here. So in about 10 seconds it should be up and running. Although we do see Mr. Speed get a little bit aggressive there. He will end up going down. That was going to be AIM taking him out. We do see the spots going down, so they know exactly where they're going to be coming in from. Cypher just making sure that he's not going to be taking any kind of needless damage. Cash Core does spot out one down below. We'll be able to take him out, but he's very low on health. Does not get pushed. Mr. Speed will be able to take down one, but it's not the right player. We are going to be having the revives coming in. Very critical here in this part of the game. Cash Core still going to be on the hunt. Maybe played that a little bit too aggressively there. He needed to stay back, make sure his teammates had those health packs. Prime is going to be set up here with aim. Once again, Cash Core is going to go down, trying to clear out the backside of that point. Not going to be happening, though. We'll see if Prime is going to be able to do any damage here with the mortars. Mr. Speed taking a little bit of damage, but again, he is a medic, so he should be able to heal up pretty quickly. Cypher trying to get a little bit of an angle as well. Rowan decided, hey, this is the time right here, right now. I'm going to go ahead and get on in. He will be blocked from the other tank. But you know what? He's going to go ahead and push up a little bit farther there towards Cypher. He does get the limpet charge on him. Will end up going down from Cortec, a shot from the back. 3 players are still up and alive on top of that A point. So much chaos going down right now. Can they actually survive? Zenith is the last man alive. He's trying to do it all that he can, but he is a support. He does have an LMG, will be able to do just that. Staying alive, staying up, getting those kills. 5 tickets left to go in about 30 seconds. Finally does get picked up. Where are the players now going to be coming in from? And with so little time now and so little tickets, we do see Cypher starting to get a little bit aggressive. If he can pick up 1 or 2 of these players, that is going to be push over. And we are going to be seeing a damn good defense coming in from ApeX. And there you have it, ladies and gents. So unfortunately, it doesn't really matter that ApeX did get 1-0 there in that particular map. They weren't able to point out on points from the previous time. So yeah, you know, fabE, they won the points on the previous map where it really did stack up and matter. And unfortunately, ApeX wasn't able to do what they needed to do on this map in order to even it back up or take the win. But you got to think though, Deuce, I mean, that's pretty impressive. They had a full-on first point defense, able to hold it the entire time. And on top of that, you know, they were getting pretty close there on that second point, getting control of Bravo flag. So you think maybe a few gunfights go their way, we could be talking about a completely different match here, possibly even going into overtime.
Yeah, no, I mean, those last couple of plays, you know, if they would have pulled a 2-0, then that would have changed everything, especially with this great defense they just pulled. And you know, that's what we were saying earlier. Some of those plays, even on the first map where it was 7-7, they could have changed the whole game and the whole landscape of how the playoffs played out. So, you know, congrats to fabE on making it to the grand final. They have a little bit of rest before, you know, having to defend that.
Absolutely.